Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edrienia Extrasensory Elevation. It's me, Seni, and welcome to yet another video. And for those of you, if this is your first time watching any of my videos, I warmly welcome you all to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the topic, why believers are leaving organized churches behind. So let's get into it. The decline of organized Christian churches is a profound and undeniable trend, both globally and like for myself, I am within the Pacific region. This problem is really real within many organized churches. And I'll give some example. In the United States, weekly church attendance has fallen from 42% 2 decades ago to 30% today. Similarly, in Australia, weekly participation dropped from 23% in 1991 to just 15% in 2016. Closer to home in the Pacific, according to the New Zealand 2023 census, it revealed that only 32.3% of the population identifies as Christian, with active church attendance figures much lower. Church buildings continue to close their doors, congregations are shrinking, and organized Christianity faces an unprecedented crisis. This decline is not solely the result of external societal changes such as secularization and the rise of digital media, but from my experience growing up in the church, navigating various denominations, pursuing theological studies, and serving in ministry, as both a lay and ordained minister, it's clear that the greatest issues lie within the church itself. For example, internal hypocrisy, internal corruption, and a failure to adapt and have driven people away. As Soren Kierkegaard once observed, the church has more splendidly adorned itself than the temple in Jerusalem, but it is also emptied of spirit and truth. This emptiness is at the heart of the downfall. Well, let's talk about the internal factors behind the decline of organized churches. One glaring issue is the failure of churches to live up to their professed beliefs and values. People hear one thing from the pulpit, but witness the opposite in the actions of church leaders. Hypocrisy, manipulation, and exploitation have eroded trust of many people. Financial demands and obligations, on the other hand, have grown exorbitant, with churches pressuring congregants to fund extravagant buildings, to fund extravagant infrastructure, and just the lavish lifestyles of leaders. Practices starkly opposed to the example set by Jesus himself, who lived humbly. Jesus owned no property, and Jesus emphasized service over wealth. As Mahatma Gandhi aptly said, I like a Christ, but I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. Adding to the disillusionment are scandals involving abuse, molestation, and sexual immorality, often perpetrated by priests and ministers. These horrifying acts, coupled with cover-ups by church authorities, have shattered the faith of countless believers. Political rivalries, power struggles, backstabbing, gossip, and relational dysfunction further expose the moral decay at the core of many institutions. For many, the teachings of Jesus should inspire transformation and produce good fruit, and yet organized Christianity often seems to yield only division and harm. Churches have also failed to adapt to the changing needs of society. Instead of evolving, they cling to the outdated traditions, outdated laws and practices. Fear and coercion are often used to maintain control. perpetuating a toxic cycle of manipulation and some other negative stuff within the church. Historically, churches have been guilty of atrocities, including colonization, land theft and stealing other people's land, slavery, and the persecutions of others, all in the name of God. These actions remain a stain on their legacy, further alienating modern believers. As the spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle notes, religion can be an incredible spiritual path, but when it is hijacked by ego and institutions, it becomes a tool for control and division. The outgrowing organized churches. Many believers are now realizing that spirituality does not require an intermediary, does not require a middle person between the people and God. They are discovering that salvation and connection to God are personal journeys that do not depend on organized structures. As Ralph Waldo Emerson beautifully put it, make your own Bible, select and collect all the words and sentences that in all your readings have been to you like the blast of a trumpet. This shift reflects a broader awakening, where people seek authenticity over ritual. They seek personal growth over institutional allegiance. For many, the church has become obsolete. The church has become obsolete, akin to a school one graduates from before moving on to higher learning. Just as students outgrow the basics of education, people are outgrowing organized churches, seeking deeper, more personal spiritual experiences. The rise of online platforms like YouTube, for example, meditation practices, and interfaith approaches demonstrate that people are not abandoning faith, but rather they are simply finding new ways to nurture it. A call to reflection and a way forward. The decline of organized Christian churches is not just a challenge, it is an opportunity for transformation. The church must rediscover its core purpose, embodying the teachings of Jesus through humility, through service, and through love. It must embrace the words of Saint Augustine. The church is not a hotel for saints, it is a hospital for sinners. Without meaningful change, the church risks fading into history like the dinosaurs. But what comes after? This is where initiatives like Edrienia Extrasensory Elevation offer an alternative and a way forward. Edrienia is not bound by the rigid structures and dogmas of traditional organized religion. Instead, it creates a space for individuals to explore their inner spiritual potential, connect directly with divine truths, and foster personal growth. Its mission is to raise collective consciousness and empower people to discover their inner abilities, reflects the very evolution that many are seeking now. Edrienia provides a platform for spiritual exploration that transcends boundaries, integrating wisdom from diverse religions and modern insights. It aligns perfectly with this awakening era, offering a path that is inclusive, transformative, and centered on personal empowerment. The future of faith lies not in holding on to outdated institutions, but in embracing new ways of spiritual connection. As Eckhart Tolle reminds us, you find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level. Edrienia is a movement that calls people to this realization. The downfall of organized churches may seem like an end, but it is also a new beginning. By letting go of outdated systems and embracing authenticity, humility, and spiritual evolution, we can create a brighter, more connected future. The time for awakening is now. Blessings, peace, joy, and abundance, and see you in my next video.